Oh yeah, is it Saturday already? Is it May the 4th? Is it Star Wars Day? Is it the day of Star Wars? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? We got a lot to get into. A lot to get into. So how's everybody doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? We got an Acolyte trailer. We got some other Star Wars news because it is May the 4th. And we got to talk about that Tales of the Empire. It's quite the mixed review, and we're going to talk about all of it. But we also want to just talk about Star Wars. It is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with all of you. And of course, we want to talk about what's our favorite Star Wars movie, what's our favorite Star Wars character, show, everything. We're talking about everything today. We're just going to get hyped up about the Star Wars universe. The reason we're all here today, the reason that we're all ever here is because of Star Wars. And today is the one day that we get to celebrate it to the best of our ability. So, if you haven't been watching Star Wars all day, I don't know what you've been doing. If you didn't wake up at 3 in the morning with me to go watch Tales of the Empire, I don't know what you've been doing. I got my blue milk here and I'm ready to party. So, how's everybody doing on this fine Star Wars Day? This fine Saturday afternoon? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Let me open up the chat so I can see what you guys are talking about. All right, let me pull that over there. Okay. Trent, what is up? Ian, how we doing? Jesse, what's up? Cole, Rita in the house. Tiffany, what's up? Ian, how we doing? Tony, Zap, Fearless, Mando United, what is up? Starship 66, how we doing? Mr. Beckham in the house. Okay, we got a big stream today. A big stream. We got to break down an Acolyte trailer. We got to talk about Tales of the Empire. And we just got to get hyped up about Star Wars in a very short amount of time. We usually only go for like 2 hours to 2.5 hours maybe if we're feeling lucky. So I say, and actually let me ask you guys, where should we start? Where do you want to start today? Acolyte? Tales of the Empire? Let's start there. Which one do you want to start with? Acolyte trailer or Tales of the Empire? What do we think? Blue milk tasting good today. Where's R2-D2? He's right here. We got Chopper on though. What's up, Chop? I know. Chopper gets jealous every time I bring R2 on the screen. Yeah. All right, what should we start with? Acolyte? Okay. Oh, wait. We're kind of split here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Tales of the Empire and only 4 for Acolyte. So we're going to go with Tales of the Empire first, okay? We're going to start with Tales of the Empire. Let's start with Tales of the Empire because that trailer for the Acolyte is really, really cool and I want to spend a lot of time on it. So let's start with Tales of the Empire. Where do you rank all 6 episodes? All 6 episodes together, Barriss 3 episodes, and Morgan Elsbeth 3 episodes together. What do you rank that out of 10? All the show, the entire show. What do you rank it out of 10? If you've seen my breakdown video, you know I rank it 8.5 out of 10, all 6 episodes combined. I think, honestly, the first 2 episodes, the 2 Morgan Elsbeth episodes, the one in the Clone Wars with General Grievous and the one with Grand Admiral Thrawn, were absolutely peak. I actually gave episode 2 a 10 out of 10. It was that good. The whole conversation between Thrawn and Morgan Elsbeth, Thrawn talking about the demise of the Empire before it even happens, and how their stupidity and sort of just lack of care for the people around them is what caused for their downfall. And Thrawn was at the same time building up his own sort of sector of the Empire so that he would be the heir to the Empire when he comes back in the Mandoverse. It was so cool. It set up that Thrawn heir to the Empire type stuff amazingly. I was so pleased with that scene. It was just so good. Plus in that episode you got Rook to come back from Star Wars Rebels, which was a surprise to be sure, but an insanely welcome one. And you got the Bo-Katan thing. Or was that the next episode? Oh, that was the next episode. You got the Bo-Katan thing. But rank the whole entire show out of 10. What do we think? 9 out of 10. 1 out of 10, Jesse. What? 9.5 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 7.5 personally. I really enjoyed it, but the ending just didn't feel very satisfying. Okay, 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I just wanted a little bit more Vader. That was my biggest complaint with the show, too. More Vader. All we got was the one scene of Vader that we saw in the trailer. Like, they just didn't give us Vader at all. But I get the gist of it. They were trying to tell this story between Lynn, or the fourth sister, and Barriss, and that story was absolutely incredible. Getting Barriss the healer, at first, I didn't really like it. However, after I dove into some Legends stuff during my breakdown video took me like 7 hours. It was crazy. As you saw, it was 25 minutes long. So huge thank you to you guys for going to watch it. But regardless, I dove into Legends Barriss. I didn't really know much about Legends Barriss at all, but she is a healer in Legends. So they took that Barriss Offee story from Legends and put it into this Tales of the Empire show, and it was so damn cool. And what was actually really cool was that she looked old as hell. She looked old as hell from healing all these people. And I actually saw somebody in the chat a second ago say that I didn't know that Force healing made you old. Who said that? Who said it? Who said it? Damn it. Who said it? Where was I? I swear I just saw it a second ago. What the hell? I don't know. Whoever said it, shout out to you. But yeah, so the Force healing makes her old as hell. And, oh, it was you, Zap? Okay, that was you? Okay, cool. So what actually, that right before the stream started got me thinking, what if the reason that Grogu looks so young and the reason that he's probably going to have this massive growth spurt and look a lot older is if he has to Force heal somebody or multiple people over the course of, let's say, the Mando movie or something like that. Maybe he has to save Din Djarin, who knows, whatever. We've seen him use Force healing in Season 1 when he heals Greef Karga's arm. So we know that Grogu already has that ability. What if he gets this massive age up, because he still looks like a child, a massive age up to look like an actual functioning being, just from Force healing somebody or doing something so drastic that makes him like fall asleep like he always does, but wake up as a lot older, as we saw Barriss a lot older in Tales of the Empire. Just a thought. Just a thought. Yeah. Just a thought. Force healing is a rare ability for Jedi only. Yes, it is. It's very rare. It's very, very rare. And I know a lot of fans are going to be like, oh my god, another person can Force heal. Why didn't Obi-Wan just Force heal Qui-Gon when he got stabbed by Darth Maul? Why didn't Obi-Wan just walk down the hill and Force heal Anakin on Mustafar? Why didn't... It's a very, very, very difficult thing to do. It's a very, very difficult task to accomplish. And Barriss is just somebody who is very gifted at it. So is Grogu. And honestly, I guess so is Rey. But that's just 3 characters out of trillions of Star Wars characters in the Star Wars galaxy. So, yeah. 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 Okay. Where was I? 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Actually, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. I want to see where you guys are at with this Tales of the Empire show before we move on to the Acolyte. So, let's do it like this. What did you think of Tales of the Empire? Did you love it? Did you like it? Was it meh? Was it just a little bit of a meh show to you? Or did you hate it? Absolutely hate it? Where are we at? Where are we at? I would definitely be putting love it on this list. I absolutely loved this show. I want more. Honestly, I really just want more. But I want to see where you guys are at. I want to see where you guys are at with this one. Yeah. What do you guys think of the blue milk? I know I brought it out last stream, but I'm kind of digging it today. I'm kind of digging it today because it's Star Wars Day, you know? Brandon Altman says 6.5 out of 10. Too short. Wanted to see Marok's backstory explained some more. Well, that isn't Marok. That's, I mean, I guess it's kind of Marok. But I think it's more so the 6th brother that we saw in Star Wars Rebels. And we see him die in Star Wars Rebels as well. So, I mean, yeah, I'd love to see all the Inquisitors' backstories, but maybe that's for season 2 of the Tales of the Empire. Something like that. Maybe. Maybe. My literally only complaint about the show was Darth Vader, and that he was only in the 1 episode. If Vader came in and killed Barriss at the end instead of the 4th sister, but I get that they had to do that whole 4th sister redemption arc type thing, I think it would have been peak, like absolutely insane. I think the reason that people are sort of down about it is that the last 2 episodes, in my personal opinion, are the worst of the 6. I think it starts really strong with the first 2 episodes being my favorite, and then it sort of peters off towards the end. And that's sort of what is the lasting memory in the people's heads, in all your heads, is the last thing you saw, which was Barriss dying Barris being the Force healer, like that stuff. When you got to remember, the first 2 episodes, masterpiece. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, where was I? Cole Rita says, pretty sure that Thrawn's lines were written by Timothy Zahn. Really? Where'd you see that? Oh, you felt like he did? I get you. It was cool to have Lars voice Thrawn again, see Thrawn in the Clone Wars animation style, but also establish Thrawn as a badass growing his power inside of the Empire all these years ago. Because we're establishing Thrawn as this main threat now. He's supposed to be the new Emperor, the new heir to the Empire in the Mandoverse. But people who don't really know him that well from Legends, or maybe they don't really like Star Wars Rebels, or whatever it may be, they don't understand that Thrawn is a freaking genius, and everything he's done since he joined the Empire was to secure that he would have all this power. He saw all the flaws in the Empire, and he was like, I'm going to fix this by myself. And that's sort of what he did, with a little bit of a sidetracking mission to Peridia, but that sort of worked itself out, to say the least. Yeah. Somehow tech returned. Oh no. What a time to be alive. Let's talk about that. What a time to be a Star Wars fan. Talk about a great Star Wars day, May the 4th. An Acolyte trailer that is absolutely insane. We're going to get into it. A Tales of the Empire, which was so good in my personal opinion. And we got some other announcements, smaller announcements, but some other announcements as well. And the day's not over yet. The day's not over, and the weekend's not over. I'm sure we're going to get some announcements probably tomorrow as well. There's this huge Fortnite collab thing, if anybody's playing that. It really is what a time to be alive. We got the Bad Batch finale, which was amazing. 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that. So we're really living it up here. We got the Acolyte in less than a month, or exactly a month. What a time to be a Star Wars fan. It really, really is. And that's why I wanted to take this stream specifically to just celebrate Star Wars. It's Star Wars Day. We're celebrating the greatest franchise in the entire freaking world, okay? It is the best. And if you say otherwise, then you're an idiot. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I'm not.
This is where the fun begins.
Exactly. Okay. Where was I? Supernova says Star Wars Visions is the best Star Wars. Do you agree? I actually completely disagree. I'm not the biggest Visions fan. There's a few episodes of Visions that I really like. The first one, first one of season 1 is the Ronin episode, and that's probably my favorite of the entire 2 seasons. And yeah, there's hit or miss episodes for that for me, so it's not even close to being my favorite, but I do like it. I do like it. It's just nowhere close to being my favorite. B-Man, what is up? Fearless says, every time a Jedi heals someone, they give a part of their life force. Yes, and that's why when Kylo Ren, not to bring up the sequels or anything, but that's why when Kylo Ren brings Rey back to life, he dies. He transfers his life. Yeah. Dinosaur says, hello, I saw a commercial for the Acolyte before this video. Wait, before this live stream? That's pretty awesome. Yeah, we're going to watch this trailer very, very soon. As soon as I catch up on chat. Yeah. Jesse says, more Vader and more Grievous. Well, I liked the Grievous episode, but honestly, I wasn't like, give me more Grievous. We've gotten a ton of Grievous throughout 7 seasons of the Clone Wars. He's in Revenge of the Sith, obviously. That's where he comes in and dies. I wasn't really itching for more Grievous. I felt like the Grievous that we got, his sinister laugh echoing through Morgan Elsbeth's head for the entire first episode, that was amazing. And I thought that was enough. Vader, on the other hand, was only one scene. And that one scene, we saw in the trailer already, so I was like, give me more Vader, please. I need more. More.
Incorrect.
But maybe it's just because he's my favorite character in all of Star Wars. But that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. Cole says, healing an entire army during a battle, and suddenly he's 200 years old again and can speak basic, LOL. I could see something, not a whole entire army, obviously, but I could see something very similar to that going down, you know? I could see Grogu aging up real quick. Fearless says, that's why Ben Solo died, because he gave his Force essence. Yes. Is that not what I just said? Chill? Why are we spamming chill, Roman? What's up with that? Okay. I'm going to have to time you out for spamming. I don't care that you're calling me a shill. It's more of the spamming. We obviously know I'm not a shill. I always shit on Star Wars if it's not good. But guess what? It's good. It's only a 1 minute timer. Supernova says, first off, Obi-Wan was a learner. Yeah, no, I was just joking that Obi-Wan would heal Qui-Gon Jinn in that instance. Ian says, it's the dark side that is supposed to age you, not healing. The dark side only ages you because it corrupts your body, so to speak. Palpatine obviously did it to himself, where he was using the Force lightning and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a little strange. It's different. The dark side, yes, it corrupts your body, but that's sort of them trying to live forever. You know, it's a little bit different. Yeah. Cole says, "What about Baby Finn? By the way, what did you think?" That didn't even cross my mind. If that was Finn. I don't think it was, because obviously he went to safekeeping and he wasn't brought into the First Order. I think it's maybe too early in the timeline for Finn. But wow, I didn't even think of that. That'd be crazy. That'd be wild. Cole says, I'm telling you, man, you're about to have blue insides if you keep drinking that much, as much stuff as you are. I only poured one glass. This is it. This is it for the whole entire thing. Yeah. Yeah. I love the space hedgehog. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was just a weird add-on character. Very strange. Fearless says, I love Thrawn and the Grand Inquisitor. Such awesome animation. Yeah, let's just talk about the animation style for a second, okay? We've gotten in recent past Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, The Bad Batch, 3 seasons, and The Clone Wars Season 7, all in this new Clone Wars era animation style. And it is so damn good. Whoever's working over there on the animation at Lucasfilm, round of applause to you. You deserve a raise. It's absolutely spectacular. Some of the shots, you don't need to go that hard, and they do, and it's absolutely amazing. It's so damn good. It's so damn good. Roman Skywalker, what's up? How we doing? Supernova says, what's up with Mark Hamill going to the White House? I have no idea. Could not tell you. Ian says, it was interesting that Barriss was called Wise Mother at the end, as opposed to Morgan. What? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like Morgan was supposed to become a Mother of the Night Sisters type deal? I don't know. Rook looked terrifying. Rook looked so good in the animation too. Like Rook in Rebels obviously has that Rebels style of animation. In the Clone Wars animation, he looked scary as hell. I watched the last 3 episodes before the first 3 episodes. Really? I wonder what that was like. Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi's in the chat. What's up, Obi-Wan? Says, when do you think the last episode of Tales of the Empire was set? Because Barriss seems way older. Yeah, but that was because of her Force healing. I don't think that was because it's this massive time jump, because the 4th sister looked almost the same age. Now, we know it takes place at least after the Kenobi show, because the 4th sister is in the Kenobi show and still a bad guy. So I would guess in some time period in between that 10-year gap between Kenobi and A New Hope. Probably closer to A New Hope. She talked about that friend, probably Ahsoka Tano. Possibly the Hidden Path type deal. I really don't know. I don't know. It could be anywhere in that time period. But I don't think Barriss was a lot older because it was like a 30-year time jump. No. Brian says, bro, Star Wars Celebration Japan sold out already? What? It's not for an entire year. That's crazy. I was not planning on going, but that's absolutely wild. That's insane. That's so crazy. Okay. Fearless says, and Skeleton Crew is coming in December. Yeah, so a little bit of Skeleton Crew news. There's actually a lot of Skeleton Crew news that's been going on over the last couple of weeks, but the Bad Batch has kind of just buried it. But yes, the Skeleton Crew, is going to come out in the December area, the Christmas time, according to the showrunner, who is the guy who directed all 3 Spider-Man, MCU Spider-Man movies. Completely blanking on his name right now. Oh, it's John Watts. I was going to say, I think he has the same name as Jon Favreau, and he does. John Watts. Yeah. Nick says, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rebels, Resistance. You? What? Are you ranking the animated shows? I'm confused. Or am I ranked below all those? You lost me there. We need more Adam Driver. I agree with that. Any way you can bring him back, whether it be before the sequel trilogy or after the sequel trilogy, whatever you need to do, bring Adam back. Yeah. Bring Adam back. Obi-Wan says, when was the last episode? Oh, you already said that. You just sent it twice. I get you. Cole says, hoping for a de-aged Adam Driver in the Heir to the Empire, personally. Well, I doubt they would do that because at this point in Heir to the Empire, it would be a very, very young Ben Solo. Like 10, 11, 12 years old. If actually even that. So it would be a very young Ben Solo. And at that point, you might as well just recast him as a kid. You might as well. Just give him the good old Obi-Wan treatment. Where they recasted Obi-Wan. Yeah. Cole says, if you think by calling us shills, it's going to offend us, you are poorly mistaken. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really affect me at all because I like Star Wars. Hence the name, a guy who loves Star Wars. Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, was the last episode set during or before A New Hope? That's a good question. I really don't know. It could be anywhere in that time period. I'm guessing it's probably before A New Hope, but I really have no clue. Yeah. The animation was gorgeous. Yes, it was. Cole Rita says, I really wanted a friend who has never seen Star Wars before to have them watch from The Phantom Menace to The Rise of Skywalker and see what they think. Because it really is becoming somewhat, but getting better, more consistent of a timeline. It'd be really cool to see Filoni lining things up and help the sequels feel more coherent for the rest of the story. Yeah, obviously this timeline is being filled in, if that's what you mean. The big time jumps between Episode 3 and Episode 4, the prequels and the originals and the sequels are all being filled in with the Mandoverse and with Andor and Kenobi and all that other stuff. So, yeah, the timeline is being filled out, if that's what you mean. I definitely think it would be very cool to have somebody who's never seen Star Wars before watch through it from beginning to end. From Phantom Menace, all the shows, all the movies to The Rise of Skywalker and see what they think about it, see how they feel about prequels, original trilogy, sequel trilogy, how they feel, what they like the most, what they dislike the most, after having absolutely zero prior knowledge of any of it and having any sort of opinion beforehand. That would be pretty cool. I wonder what they would think, honestly. That'd be a cool test to do. Jay, what is up? Says, hi, Mike. Happy May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you, too, Jay. I appreciate that. Keto says, Morgan's Elsbeth's episodes ended up being better than I expected, while Barris's episodes were more disappointing. Yeah, actually, I completely agree with that statement. Barris's, I had way more high hopes for, and they let me down. Morgan Elsbeth's episodes, I had less hopes for, and they were way better than I ever thought they could be. Yeah. Yeah. Zap says, Disney doesn't pay any YouTubers. Oh, if you think I'm getting paid by Disney, that's funny. That would be... You think they have money to pay me? You think they make money over at Disney? That's crazy. 5 says, Tales of the Empire was a letdown. Vader was just clickbait. I will give you that. Vader was kind of just clickbait. I'll give you that. He was definitely not it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where this poll is at. Let's see where you guys are at with Tales of the Empire. It looks like 45% of you liked it, 35% of you loved it, 18% of you said, 16% of you said meh, and 2% hated it. Not the greatest numbers, but, at least the majority of you liked it. The next highest was loved it, and that's all we really care about. Friggin says, the Mountain Clan mother went nuclear. That was crazy. Like, what is up with Dothamir? What is in the air on that planet? You're coming up with Night Sisters and Mountain Clan mothers and Darth Maul, like the Zabrak, are also on that planet. Like, what's going on? Do we all have to move to Dothamir to get some special powers or something like that? I don't know. That's a little strange to me. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I thought for 1 second that Vader was going to show up and kill Barriss. Me too. I actually did too. I was fully expecting that to happen. And although I wanted more more Vader. I actually think what happened with Barris's story was better than her just dying off to Vader. Yeah. All right, let me pull this up. Are you excited for The Acolyte? Let's see where we're at on The Acolyte. Yes or no, are you excited for The Acolyte? Now let's go watch this trailer. All right, let's go watch this freaking trailer because this trailer got me so hyped up. And I have to say this again. I said it on the watch party this morning. I went and saw The Phantom Menace last night in the theaters for the first time ever, by the way. Go watch Star Wars in the theaters if you've never seen it before. It's just an insane experience. It's so much better. It's where it's supposed to be seen on the biggest screen possible. So if you have the ability, go watch The Phantom Menace on the big screen. That's where I got my R2-D2 popcorn bucket. But I saw The Phantom Menace on the big screen. And after was a sneak peek at The Acolyte. It was a whole scene of the character of May, who's going to be the main character, and the lady from The Matrix, who's going to play a master who's a Jedi. They have a fight scene in this like cantina type deal. And it is amazing. The fight scene, the choreography, all of it was so good. And it showed like another sneak peek trailer at the show itself. And it just looks amazing. So with that said, let's go watch this absolutely insane trailer after I read these next two chats. The planet of Dathomir is very strong with the Force like Dagobah. That is true. Yes, we'll be back on Dathomir for Ahsoka Season 2. That is also true. Hendo Henderson, what's up, says, I definitely feel that Dave Filoni is setting the groundwork for stories for certain characters. Wolf, Cody, Ventress, etc. Do you think that this is the same with Barriss Offee, or was that intended to be an end? Honestly, I think it was intended to be an end, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Barriss in like a cameo form in some sort of other thing. Yeah. Nick, we'll do that after. We'll do that after we do the Acolyte stuff. Okay. Let's watch this Acolyte trailer. Give me a 1 into the chat if you've already seen this Acolyte trailer. Just so I can get a consensus here. If you guys already watched this, by the way, it already has 1.6 million views in the first 6 hours. Oh my goodness. Have you guys already seen this? Oh, a bunch of ones. Okay. All right. Looks like a bunch of you have already seen this. Okay. Let's watch it again all the way through for the first time, and then we'll break it down because there's a lot, and I mean a lot, going on in this trailer. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. Here we go.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. But that peace is a lie.
Jedi are being hunted.
She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
I sense this is only a small part of a larger plan. Some sort of shift to tip the scales.
It's time to face the past.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
What are you?
I mean, come on. Come on. There's so much going on in this trailer, and I actually saw Ian say that it gave a lot away. That's the idea. This trailer is to get people excited for this show. We're going to break it down in a second, but let's just talk about that trailer really quickly. Just first glance, how hyped up on a level of 1 to 10 are you after watching that trailer? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this show? Honestly, that trailer got me so unbelievably hyped up. And yes, it does tell a lot about the show, but that's on purpose. Because with other shows like The Mandalorian, you already have established characters involved. With like the show Andor or Kenobi, like these are established characters that are in other projects. This show is the first ever live action show that takes, or live action anything that takes place before The Phantom Menace. So they are in a completely new time period with a completely brand new cast of characters. So they have to establish that this whole world exists, and they got to get people excited for it. Think about it. Why were we excited for Tales of the Empire? Not really because of Barriss and Morgan Elsbeth. We were excited for Grievous, Thrawn, Vader, the Inquisitors, people we already know going in. It's almost the same thing with The Mandalorian in Season 2. We knew Bo-Katan was going to be in it. We knew Ahsoka was going to be in it. We were excited for those characters. We thought that Boba Fett was going to be in it. So they don't have any legacy characters to build off of or possible appearances of these characters that they can build off of. These are all brand new characters. So they have to get us really excited for the show itself, for the story itself, to get us to grow attached to these characters. Even the Bad Batch had Rex, and it had Hera Syndulla and Kanan Jarrus to draw us in, to go, oh, we know those people. I want to see more of that. And then you grow attached to the Bad Batch themselves. The Acolyte is missing that piece. So it has to get us excited just purely based off the trailer. Yeah. All right, so I see a 9.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Interesting. It is possible that Yoda could appear. That is true. Yoda could appear in this show. He would be a familiar face, but I actually think they're not going to involve Yoda too much at all. Maybe he shows up as like in one scene or something, but I actually don't think they're going to involve him too much. Okay, Friggin says, is that a Sith and who is it? Let's break it down. Let's break the entire trailer down, okay? Let's break it all down. Do you think The Acolyte will be a multi-series show or a mini-series? It will be a multi-series show. The Acolyte is already confirmed to have a second season. That's the biggest deal, is Disney has seen this and has already said that it's good enough to get a second season. That is the good news. And it means that there's already a story set up for a second season. It was planned with a second season. Like The Bad Batch was planned for 3 seasons, and we got those 3 seasons, and they were executed beautifully. The Acolyte is planned for 2 seasons, at least 2 seasons. Yeah. So let's dive into this. Let's dive into this trailer. Okay. All right, here we go. So it starts on, we have a bunch of different planets in this, and honestly, we don't know what they are. But it starts on this weird, like, cloudy planet that we're going to see a lot throughout the trailer, so just keep that in mind.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
So somebody's killing Jedi. That's kind of where it starts. Somebody is killing Jedi. We believe, or at least we're led to believe, that it's the main character, May, who we'll see in a second. But this is a lightsaber on the ground, and the reason we believe it's May is because there's a knife right here on the ground that she's going to force up into her hand. Brought to you, again, them trying to get you hyped for this show. They're like, remember the studio that brought you The Mandalorian, Andor, and Ahsoka? Yeah, those are the same guys that are bringing you this show. So obviously we know it's Star Wars. We know it's the same people that brought us those shows. It's Star Wars. But they have to remind you because this is a brand new cast of characters and they don't have Ahsokas and Anakin Skywalkers and Kenobis to draw people in. We got to look at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. It's literally one of the first scenes of the entire trailer and it looks sweet. Coruscant always has a gray feel to it, but since we're in the High Republic era, it has more of a like pale yellow or like a I don't know what do you want to call it, palish, whatever. It has a different tone to the color of it.
The Jedi.
So we get a good look at our character Li Zhang-Cha's character Master Soul. He's going to be the master of, or was the master of May, and May leaves the Jedi Order. But then we get a look at Daphne Keen's character here, right there. She's the girl from Logan, as she and some other Jedi are training.
Justify their galactic dominance in the name of...
This is May. This is our main character here, played by Amanda Steinberg. She's going to be the main character. And I mean, she's going to be possibly like a Sith Lord, but let's get it.
In the name of peace.
Martha, what's up?
But that peace...
This is the same planet from the beginning. Somebody's scaling up the side of this thing. I don't know what's going on. This was the scene that you got to see if you went to go see The Phantom Menace. This was the scene. This was it. It was this massive fight scene between May and Master, I believe it's Indara, but I could be wrong. These two fight in this cantina. It's this massive fight, probably for like 5-10 minutes, or maybe 5-8 minutes after The Phantom Menace, and it's a pretty damn cool scene.
Is a lie.
Jedi are being hunted.
So Jedi are being hunted, and we cut to this. This is clearly what looks to be a Jedi, but he's frozen, almost, in place. And then May just tries to kill him. Interesting. Why is he frozen in place? Something weird's going on here. I don't know what this is on the ground. It actually looks like a lightsaber that's been cut in half. And it looks like the inside of a lightsaber, actually. That looks like the kyber crystal. It looks green and red. What's going on there? Green and red? I don't think that's how it works. But this is cut in half, clearly. Oh, and you got somebody who's dead over there. I didn't even notice that. There's a dead body right there. Who is that? It looks to be a Jedi. I see some yellow robe type deal over there. So it looks like yet another victim.
She was my student.
So here you go. You got a young Master Soul, who's the Li Zhangcha's character, and this is a young May. He was her student. Yes, he was. No, she was his student. And then she left the order. But this is her as the student at first, joining the Jedi Order.
I trained her.
Actually, from the looks of it, these people are witches, or at least some sort of coven of witches. Now, we've seen different types of witches throughout Star Wars, especially recently, like as of today, where we saw the mother of the Mountain Clan do some crazy badass light thing to destroy all the droids. So we've seen very different versions of witches in Star Wars. These are probably going to be another different version. You got a Zabrak over here, which is pretty cool. But this is their leader, their mother, so to speak, and it looks like maybe, just maybe, May was a member of this coven of witches as a child, and then she leaves to join the Jedi.
Her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
I sense this is only a small part.
So this is Venestra Rowe. She is...
This is only a small part.
She is the only character so far from the High Republic novels that is an established character coming into this show. She was a young Jedi who was being trained in the novels, and she is right here in live action. So as far as I know, and as far as we've seen in the trailers, she is the only character from those books that you need to know, or at least not even need to know, but she exists. She has a backstory in those High Republic novels. Derpy Entertainment, what is up? How we doing? But yeah, that's Venestra.
Only larger plan.
Again, we get another look at these witches as they're summoning something or doing something here.
Larger plan.
And they knock out this Jedi. Oh, wait a second. Ooh, interesting. This is the same scene where Master Soul is giving May that lightsaber. You can see a young Soul right there, young Master Soul. You got the Wookiee Jedi over there, and you got this guy passing out, and the same witches are right in front of him. Very, very interesting. This looks like Master Indara too. Whew. Now we're getting somewhere. Why does he pass out, though? Looks like the witches are getting in his head or something. But yeah, this is the same scene as this.
She was my student.
That's the same scene as this guy passing out right here.
Some sort of shit.
Okay, now we got what looks to be Oct 2. Give me a 1 into the chat if you think this is Oct 2. Give me a 2 if you're like, no, it's not, blah, 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 blah. What do we think? Oct 2, yay or nay? Where are we at? Joe, what is up? Happy May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. I see some 1s. I got a 2, at least 1, 2. Oh, I got a few 2s. Possibly. All right, we're a little bit split on that, but I do see a lot more ones than I do twos. It looks exactly like Octu, just from this brief look that we get at it. And we got a ship over there, probably May's ship. But we do know that this place, Octu, is the home world of the first ever Jedi temple. At least that's what's revealed in the Last Jedi. Yeah. This island does have me excited. Want to know more about this location. Well, what's very interesting about this location is it's where the Sith is hiding. This is where the first ever Jedi temple is, but this is where the Sith is hiding in this Acolyte show. So you might be saying, Mike, how the hell is this Sith going to hide in the first ever Jedi temple? Wouldn't the Jedi just find him like that? Well, no. In The Last Jedi, they have no idea where the first Jedi temple is. It gets lost because it was made 25,000 years ago. At some point in those 25,000 years, it was lost forever. And that's why the Sith hides there, because the Jedi have no idea where it is. And that's why they need the map from R2 and BB-8 and the sequel trilogy to find Luke. Regardless, this does look to me, I would say 91% sure that this is probably going to be Octu. Yeah. But this is May.
Tip the scales.
And this looks to be our possible Sith Lord waiting for her. We get this cool, like, sort of, I don't know if they're chasing each other, fighting each other or not, but there's two ships flying through this sort of asteroid belt slash ice maze, or I think it's like ice crystals or something, I don't know.
Time to face the past.
She's got something weird on her. Yeah, what is that? She doesn't have this in any other scene except for this one in the trailer. Some weird, like, neon green liquid around her neck. I don't know what this is. Maybe some poison or something? I have no clue. That's what's on. This is really what intrigues me about this show, is the insane amount of mystery. Just absolute mystery behind all this stuff. This looks like May is a kid running through a forest. We got a whole ass line of Jedi here. They're all likely going to go into this forest down here and die to a Sith Lord. But regardless, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Jedi all lined up right here, and some small dude leading the way. When was the last time we've seen 9 Jedi on screen together? The prequels. I mean, we haven't seen 9 Jedi. Granted, we're probably going to see more than that in this show. Like, we are going to the prime time, don't mean to rhyme, of the Jedi. We're going to the place where we can have tens of Jedis in the same room at the same time, all igniting their lightsabers and all fighting against each other. Yeah. Again, a young soul behind, so this might be the same scene. A younger Master Indara, maybe waking up the kid who fainted. It looks like Soul's been through a battle, though. His face is all scuffed up. I don't know, something crazy.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous. Destiny is...
Again, look at the background and tell me this isn't Octu. like, come on.
It's not decided for you by an anonymous force.
This was a part of the fight scene in the cantina again.
If you want to pull the thread, and change everything to pull the
Talking about a thread, this is a young May character. Talking about a thread again, we heard about the thread of destiny in the Ahsoka show from the Night Sisters on Peridia. So again, something very similar with these Coven of Witches in this show as well.
Thread, and change everything.
She's going to be killing our girl. This is May. She looks way younger here, actually. Possibly killing our Daphne Keene character.
And change everything.
Again, when was the last time we saw this many Jedi ignite their lightsabers ready to fight? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least.
And pull it.
And then, of course, the big reveal at the end. Who is this? Who is this? Come on, chat. Let's hear it. Who do we think it is? Time to speculate. Is it a new Sith? Is it a new character? What do we think? Here's my thing. I've heard a lot of interviews from last year's Star Wars Celebration to just interviews in general about the Acolyte, and so many of them say a very similar thing. Leslie Headland repeats herself all the time and says, we took from Legends all the time. We took from Legends all the time. Now, in my research, I have not come across a character in Legends that looks like this except for Abeloth. And Abeloth is not a human, but she's a girl, and she looks like a girl and just has those teeth like that. This is clearly what looks to be a new character, or at least an older character with a helmet on, as far as we know. It'll be a Marok. I really, really hope not. Here's the thing. We just got over, yes, Marok last year. And then this year we just got through the Bad Batch where we were talking about the clone assassin for weeks and weeks and weeks, and he ended up being nobody. Should we start again? Should we just start the process over yet again? Who the bleepity bleep is this guy? I mean, there's one more frame of him, so... We gotta look at him straight on. Damn it, I'm terrible at pausing. Hang on. Oh. Damn it. Hang on 1 second. I got this, guys. Damn it. Son of a nutcracker. Got it. Okay. So now we get a good look at him from the front. Looks like he's got some cracks maybe in the front of the mask or something like that. But the smile is creepy as hell. It could just as well be our May character with the mask on. I mean, we really have no idea. Ian says, I think it's a retconned Tenebris. No, Tenebris does not look like this at all. That's the thing. This actually makes it known that it's not Tenebris or Plagueis. I mean, technically it could be Tenebris, but he's got a big-ass head. Tenebris has a big-ass head, and fitting it into this helmet would not make sense. Yes, we start the process all over again. Yes, we do. He is an acolyte of Abeloth. I actually don't hate that theory, but I don't think so, because Abeloth isn't really established yet at this point. Yeah. Yeah. I really don't know. Honestly, it could just be a brand new character, as far as we know. It could be a new Sith or a new sort of whatever. I really have no clue. Yeah. But honestly, it gets me hyped up. It gives me a reason to obviously speculate and get really excited. But this, I mean, we got 1 month until the show starts. And I can guarantee you this character under the mask here won't be revealed until at least the back half of the season. So we're talking about 2 months until we finally figure out who this person is. And that means 2 more months of speculating about who the hell's under that mask. Ian says, I'm just saying that they could have changed Tenebris from a Bith to a human. That would not go over well. That would not go over well. No, do not change a Legends character like that. Plagueis' apprentice before Palpatine. See, now that's a good theory. It's possible that this character here and the May character could be either Tenebris' apprentice before Plagueis or Plagueis' apprentice before Palpatine. Now, Plagueis is a Mun. Mun can live up to hundreds of years old, so it's possible it could be Plagueis' apprentice, but also it could be that Tenebris, because Tenebris can live for a long time too, it could be Tenebris' apprentice before Plagueis comes around. Is Tenebris canon yet? No. No, he's not. But I'm saying people who love the character from Legends are going to be extremely upset if you change him that drastically. The body size seems female? Really? I don't know. We get a look at his whole body here.
And pull it.
It's creepy, though. The way that the trailer makes it, it's creepy. I wish I could, like, turn up the brightness or something, but... that scene right there does kind of give off Kylo Ren-ish. I mean, come on. Come on. It's like almost they're on Dagobah in the cave, where Luke goes into the cave and fights Darth Vader. It looks like they're on Dagobah in the cave. and it looks like these Jedi, we saw like 7 of them fighting against this Sith. Are they going to die? Do they have to die? Because the Sith aren't around for 1,000 years. I just watched The Phantom Menace. Just watched it yesterday. And I can guarantee you, they say that the Sith haven't been around for 1,000 years. So what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, those guys are dead? Let me, hang on. Hang on. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Let's listen to the audio, or sorry, the dialogue, I should say, of this trailer.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
What's actually really strange to me, this is completely off topic of what I just said, let's listen to the dialogue, but what's really strange to me is that she's using these knives to kill the people, kill the Jedi, but she's not taking their lightsabers. Like, wouldn't she think that the lightsaber would be kind of helpful? You know? I just joined the stream. How long is this in the past? This is about, I believe, 100 years. Maybe it's 150. Somebody in the chat help me out. But why not just take the lightsaber with you and then use it on your next killing? Seems a little weird to me.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace.
So the Jedi justify their galactic dominance. That doesn't sound like a good thing. By saying it's peace.
In the name of peace.
In the name of peace, sorry. They justify their galactic dominance, dominating the entire galaxy in the name of peace. They're trying to keep the peace.
But that peace is a lie.
But that peace is a lie. Now, the Jedi, obviously, end up allowing Palpatine to rise into power and become the supreme leader of the entire galaxy. Right under their nose, on Coruscant, right in front of their faces. They worked across from Palpatine for years during the Clone Wars and didn't even know he was the Sith Lord they've been looking for. I think the Jedi have a big, big problem. And I think it starts probably in the Acolyte show. And that problem might be a lot bigger than we think.
Jedi are being hunted.
She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
I sense this is only a small part of a larger plan.
That's pretty interesting too. So we got a few things going on in this trailer. Obviously the murders are happening and some people are talking about the murders. Some people are talking about how the Jedi are corrupt. Some people are talking about something massive going on. Something greater is happening like Vanestra Rowe just said.
Some sort of shift.
Vanestra's talking about a shift. Now, Vanestra's been around for hundreds of years, maybe, something like that. Because she's been around since the High Republic novels, which were, 100 plus years ago. So she's been around for a while. So she feels this shift coming, this dark side energy looming.
To tip the scales.
It's time to face the past.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
So a lot of misleading stuff in this trailer. Obviously, the giant Sith at the end makes it absolutely mind-bogglingly awesome. But the dialogue is talking about how the Sith are becoming corrupt. They're actually not keeping the peace across the galaxy. That's just what they're claiming to do. You got somebody going around murdering Jedi. We believe it to be the May character. Maybe that's a sort of a plot twist. Maybe it's just some trailer magic, something like that. I don't know. You got the Coven of Witches involved in some sort of way. Regardless, this show is going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait. All the people shitting on it online, I don't understand it. I get the fact that Leslie Headland's not the best. some of the stuff that she said is ridiculous. Regardless, let the freaking thing speak for itself. Wait till the premiere. Wait for the first 2 episodes. Watch it yourself, and then tell me if it's good. Because honestly, everything I've seen from trailer after trailer after trailer after sneak peek preview at the Phantom Menace, it looks incredible. It looks incredible. I have no complaints. Zip. Nada. It looks amazing. It looks so good. And we do have a poster actually to look at too. Where is this? Let's take a look at this poster. By the way, Star Wars has been trending all day. Like, not even, like, non-Star Wars accounts have been posting Star Wars stuff. Ahsoka was trending. Star Wars was trending. Darth Vader is trending right now. The Acolyte was trending earlier when the trailer dropped. Tales of the Empire was trending this morning. Like, what a time to be alive. Okay. Tales of the Empire. Let's go look at this. If you guys are not following me on the X, formerly known as Twitter, go do that. Okay. Let's take a look at this poster here. This was the poster that was released. Let's actually go full image and zoom in on it. This was the poster that was released with the trailer earlier today. We got our Sith character right here. Don't really get much of a different look at him. But we do have these ships. Now, these ships are from the High Republic. These are the Jedi's ships. I forget what they're called. Something Star, something... I forget. Somebody in the chat help me out. What are these ships called? But those are the Jedi ships during the High Republic era. You get a good look at Master Indara here, the girl from the Matrix. You get Li Zhang-Cha's character, a droid. I feel like we haven't seen any droids in this trailer, but yeah, we do see some of that. You got Daphne Keen's character, the Wookiee Jedi, the Yord character. This dude was the one who was leading the 9 Jedi. This is the witch's mother, Vanestra, the guy who was talking shit about the Jedi, the guy who passed out in the trailer. And then May's big head is over there. Hang on, let me zoom out to show you her head. May is right there, our main character. And then that's her sort of in the dark side. So if we got a light side, dark side thing going on here. On one side, you got Coruscant. On the other side, you got this foresty planet too. And the Acolyte, June 4th. Pretty wild stuff. Pretty wild stuff. Regardless, I'm extremely excited. I can't wait for this show. It's a month away, but I could not be more excited. I'm hyped. I followed you on X. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm hyped. I'm hyped up for the Acolyte. I can say without a doubt in my mind that I'm hyped up. And by the way, 72% of you are extremely excited for the Acolyte as well. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. 5 says, what did you think about the Bad Batch? I love the Bad Batch. Bad Batch Season 3? Whew. That was amazing. Bad Batch Season 3 was way better than Season 1 and Season 2. And it's up there for one of the best seasons of Star Wars, honestly. And the finale really gave it I was saying this on Thursday's stream, but I couldn't think of a better ending. I could not think of a better ending for the Bad Batch. Yeah. Couldn't. It was perfect. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Oh, no, the chat's just kind of disappeared. Oh, never mind. We're good. We're good. We are good. Zap says, it's funny how Mace and the Council had issues with Anakin being too old, but May gets a pass. Yeah, I wonder what the story about this character of May is going to be. Because May is not that young. Obviously, she's young. But she's not like Jedi level young, you know? In this scene right here.
My student.
She looks pretty old here to become a Jedi. So Master Soul brings her on, and it's a very similar Anakin type arc, maybe. Or the witches sort of planted her in the Jedi Order on purpose. I don't know. Something weird's going on here. And I can't wait to find out, honestly. But yeah, there's something weird going on there for sure. For sure. Would you do another ice dump on your head for Oct2? No. The next dumping on my head will be at 100,000 subscribers, and that's with this big-ass cup. So can I get some good cups follow orders in the chat, please? As we got this big-ass cup. Yeah. And that'll be at 100,000 subscribers. Yeah. So let's take a second to appreciate the fact that you guys are the absolute best, and we hit 50,000 subscribers a few days ago. It still blows my mind. I still can't wrap my head around it. It's awesome. I appreciate you guys way more than you'll ever know. Okay, where was I? Ship footage looks very similar. The ship footage looks very similar to the Phantom Menace inspired. Yeah, so they took a lot of inspiration out of the prequel trilogy. That's what I heard a lot about in these interviews. They actually said that they tried to one-up the choreography of the Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan fights. And when you watch some of the choreography in the trailers, and if you've seen the clip from after the Phantom Menace, you know that it's unbelievably good. Like, they went really, really hard on the choreography of the fights, with lightsaber fights and lightsaber versus non-lightsaber fights, just knife fights, fist fights, all that stuff. They're going very, very hard with it, which is pretty cool. Pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. Yeah. Soul looks pretty rough at the end. Yeah, he does. He looks beat up. Well, that's the thing. If all these Jedi who enter this woods die, that means Soul's going to die. That means all these characters are going to die in the woods here. Because our Daphne Keene character is here. This Yord character is here. Like, all of our main characters are in the woods with this creepy Sith dude.
What are you?
Yeah, he looks pretty beat up. It's possible that he will die in this scene because he's like an older master, but I don't see these younger guys dying. They're going to be main characters of the show. I don't know. It's intriguing. It's intriguing to say the least. Yeah. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. It looks like Kylo's helmet. It kind of looks like Kylo's helmet a little bit, yeah. Kind of Darth Salty Nut Roll. It could be Darth Salty Nut Roll. Could be. Caleb says, I don't know how I feel about the scary teeth helmet. It looks very generic. Well, it does kind of look a little bit generic because of the mask itself, but the teeth is something that, like, we've never seen before in Star Wars. It's a mask that has obviously not been seen before, because if it had, then people would be telling us who it is. I did my research. I looked it up. It doesn't exist. In Legends and canon, this helmet does not exist. So it's generic to an extent, but it does have its own... I don't know what the word I was looking for there. It does have its own sort of look to it. Yeah. Anthony says, hi, Mike. I just got here. After watching a lot of Tales of the Empire and watching the new trailer for the Acolyte, I'm more interested now that the Sith needs to be Darth Tenebris. I'm hoping it's going to be Darth Tenebris. It just can't be the person in the mask. Now, maybe the Master is going to be Darth Tenebris, but I don't think it'll be the person in the mask. Yeah. I think it retcons Tenebris. I don't think so. I don't think they would do that. Because Tenebris, first of all, isn't canon yet, so it wouldn't be a retcon, but I don't think they would do that. Because they want to stay true to the legends. Yeah. What exactly is an acolyte? What is the difference to an apprentice, if there is any? That's actually a great question. Let's look up the actual definition of the acolyte, because an acolyte of the Sith is different than a Sith Lord itself. So let's look that up. Why not? Definition of acolyte, Star Wars. Known acolytes. During the time of the reconstructed Sith Empire. Oh, here we go. Acolytes were tested by Sith overseers before earning their place as proper apprentices under their superior Sith lords. So the acolytes are pretty much Sith before Sith apprentices. It's like the level below apprentice, so to speak. So maybe there's a bunch of Sith acolytes, but they're not yet an apprentice or a master. So maybe this is Tenebris and Plagueis are the master and apprentice at the time, but there's a bunch of acolytes. You got May, you got the scary teeth looking dude, and maybe you have some more too. That would be kind of crazy. So Acolytes is just like the level below Sith Apprentice, so to speak. Interesting. Interesting. That could be the case. It could be like there's a bunch of Acolytes. Actually, do you guys remember this? It was well over a year ago. Well over a year ago, so none of you heard it from me, I'm sure. But there was rumors that the Acolyte show was going to take place in a village. And there was going to be two sisters. And one sister was going to be too old to be taken by the Jedi, and the other sister was going to be young enough that she got taken by the Jedi. The older sister becomes evil, the younger sister doesn't, all that stuff. Do you guys remember that? Did any of you guys hear that? Give me one into the chat if you heard of that rumor. That was supposed to be at one point a leaked sort of plot of the Acolyte. Do you guys remember that? Did anybody remember hearing something similar to that? It was well over a year ago. Well over a year ago. Maybe some of you didn't. Oh, we got a few people. Yeah, okay. So honestly, we can tell by the trailer that all that was sort of thrown out. Yeah, that was a rumor. It might have been a plan at one point, but it wasn't. But some of that might still be in play here. Now, maybe some of it got changed around, but the whole gist of there being maybe a daughter or a Force sensitive who is too old, and maybe she is too old, the character of May, but Master Soul takes her on anyway, very similar to how Qui-Gon was going to take Anakin on, even though he's too old. And then she sort of turns and Soul feels responsible, blah, 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 blah. I think that could be something that could be going down in this. I really don't know. There's so much mystery, and even the trailers with all this information it's giving us, we don't have much information at all. Like, we really don't know what's going on in this show. Yeah. Yeah. Salty says, Disney/Star Wars has been making a habit of using masked/helmeted villains that are never given a payoff. Yes. I mean, yes and no. There's masked characters that we do get payoffs for. I mean, look at Barasafi's mask in Tales of the Empire this morning. That was pretty sick. But no, I do get what you're saying. Obviously, you got Marok. You got the clone assassin in the Bad Batch. Those are two very recent examples of that. I'm hoping this isn't a third. I'm hoping we're not getting Maroked yet again. But it is a possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility, I should say, that is what's going on here. Yeah. Dinosaur says, I'm excited for those 2 months of speculation. Love the Bad Batch and the Clone Assassin, and I'll love talking about this for the next 2 months. Yeah, that's where the best part of the Star Wars experience, I think, is speculating. Absolutely. It's just speculating. And we got a lot to speculate about when it comes to this Acolyte show for the next month. We got a lot of news to cover. We got all this other stuff. So it's never a dull moment in the Star Wars galaxy, that's for sure. But speculation about this Acolyte is going to go insane, because I don't think this is the last trailer we're going to be getting. No, not even close. We got 4 more weeks. We're going to be getting a lot more trailers, because they need people to get excited for this, because they want to make money, obviously. But I think they have a big time win on their hands with the Acolyte. They just need people to see it. They need people to come watch. And the only way they're going to do that is if they market it correctly. And so far, so good. This trailer right now has 1.7 million views, and it's been out for 6 hours. And the Acolyte is a bunch of characters that nobody knows about. Pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. Cole says, I got a terrible feeling that we're going to get Maroked again. I know. Now everybody seems like we're going to get Maroked again because of the very recent bias of the Clone Assassin that happened literally days ago. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you for feeling that way. But I hope we won't be. 5 says, but I also realize that there's a lot of fans expect too much. It's the story which Filoni wants to make the whole sensible. He is the Star Wars son of George Lucas. It's not that Star Wars fans expect too much. I think it's that Star Wars fans love to speculate, like I just said, and they love to speculate about cool stuff that they want to happen. And sometimes that cool stuff that they want to happen isn't what happens. And what happens is less cool. And they're like, I came up with something so much cooler, but you have literally every second of every day to speculate about 1,000 trillion different possibilities. And the people telling the stories have to take into account that there are other stories going on in the Star Wars galaxy that they need to connect to, and they need to tell these story arcs respectfully and correctly to make them actual good stories. So I have no doubt in my mind that what Dave Filoni and the others are doing over there at Lucasfilm is going to pay off and be really, really good. The only problem with The Acolyte is Dave Filoni doesn't really have his hands on it at all. It was sort of before he got his promotion too to CCO, so he really wasn't involved much in the production of season 1, which concerns me slightly, but these trailers are reassuring me that it's going to be really, really good. Yeah. Yeah. Whoever he is, I think it's Manny Jacinto's character. Oh, that character's we already see that character. That's the Jort character, right? Jord or whatever his name is. Well, Mike, this is a female-centric series, and yes, when I saw that scene, I thought that they had a Force vision of Kylo Ren. No, it's definitely not Kylo Ren, but it is a Force or a female-centric show to an extent. The main character being a female, but there's a million different aliens, men, female characters in this trailer. Yeah. Caleb says, it is also possible that it is Plagueis. It hasn't been established in canon that he is a Mun. Only illustrations of him in canon is a cloaked figure in the shadows. That's true, but again, you don't want to mess with even legend stuff because it's so close to canon, and Plagueis has been a Mun forever. And if you change that now, fans will hate it. Absolutely hate it. So I really, really hope that they don't do that. Like, please, God, do not do... Lucasfilm, if you're watching, and we know that you aren't, we know that you are, don't do that. If Plagueis is not a Mun, change it immediately, delay it, change it. Do not do that. That would be a disaster. Yeah. Ian says, some fans would lose their shit if Plagueis was made a woman. Yeah. Don't even talk about not making him a Mun. If they changed him to a woman, that would just be why make a new character that can be a non-Mun woman Sith, like you're doing with May? Like, she could be a great character, but leave Plagueis the way he is from Legends, you know? 5 says, we as fans expect too much, but in Kenobi, I wanted flashbacks of Vader jumping over Kenobi. Or a vision of you're talking about Mustafar, or a vision of Vader having the high ground in his mind with a different ending. What also makes no sense is the stabbings. Oh, the stabbings of Reva. I get you. Yeah, I mean, what's up, Jacob? How we doing? I mean, obviously, fans want the coolest thing possible. We wanted to see Kenobi in his Clone Wars armor in the Kenobi show. We wanted to see Kenobi in the Clone Wars armor in the Ahsoka show. We didn't get to see that. But that was because it wasn't necessary. We got to see Kenobi versus Anakin training before Attack of the Clones in the Kenobi show. We got to see Anakin and Ahsoka in the Clone Wars and Captain Rex in the Clone Wars in the Ahsoka show. Did I say the Ahsoka show? I meant Kenobi. For the first one, that was obviously Ahsoka. But we did get these cool things. The only problem is that fans had higher expectations. Master Evan, what's up? How we doing? Fearless says, yep, the Jedi are full of themselves, thinking that that nothing is against them, and they never came across a real Sith, and that's the problem. That's true. We're talking about a Sith that hasn't been around for 1,000 years. That means the Jedi haven't fought a Sith in 1,000 years. They have zero experience. None. Zip. Nada. So that means that they have no idea what to do if they come face to face with a Sith Lord. They're not prepared for that, even with all the training they've gone through, even with all the battles that they've faced against non-Sith threats. They are not prepared for a dark side user. And that's why I think it's going to be fairly easy for this Acolyte to be killing all the Jedi. Yeah. I'm doing good, Master Evan. I'm doing good. Alex, what's up? Happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day. Ace Pilot says, I can't wait for this. May the force be with you all. What's up, Ace Pilot? How we doing? Fearless says, they most likely were ashamed that this happened and would erase every trace of it in the archives. This is why the prequel Jedi did not know anything about the Sith, and they thought they were extinct for 1,000 years. Let's talk about this. Would you guys be okay with this if the Jedi who see the Sith in the forest survived? Are you okay with that? Is that something that we can live with? What do we think? What do we think? No? Yes or no? What if they survived? Would you be okay with that? Yes or no? I've seen a bunch of no's. I'm about to get you all pretty mad. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. No, I don't like it. Sith need to stay hidden. Okay. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. How mad would everybody be if this was what was to go down? Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out just for a second. How mad would you be if this is how this thing went? This is about 100 years before the Phantom Menace, meaning Mace Windu, meaning Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, obviously all those characters from the prequel trilogy are not around. Yes, a few of them are. Yoda, possibly Uriel Poof, possibly Plo Koon, maybe. So there's maybe like a few, 2 or 3 at most. But most of the Jedi are not alive yet. Talk about a big game of telephone. The only reason that Mace Windu knows that the Sith haven't been around for 1,000 years is because he was told that by Master Yoda. If Master Yoda wanted to keep a secret, he'd only have to do it with one other person, and that would probably be Uriel Poof. And even if Uriel Poof didn't know and Yoda knew, then he would be the only one keeping the secret because he's the only one left alive from that time period. It's possible. It is possible that this could be a massive secret that is kept from the future Jedi to keep order safe. The same reason that the Jedi are corrupt and the reason that Anakin, the chosen one, is delivered to them in the palm of their hands and they turn him into a villain and they don't see Palpatine rising to power in the prequel trilogy is because the Jedi of the prequel trilogy are not the Jedi that they used to be. They're not the peak Jedi that we expected them to be. They're really flawed. Big time flawed. And a lot of people can't get past that because either they grew up on the prequels and they're like, no, those were the Jedi. They were the best, blah, blah, blah. They were flawed. Big time. They almost arrested Ahsoka for something she didn't do. Then she leaves the Order because she sees it's wrong. Qui-Gon wouldn't join the Council because he saw that the Jedi way was losing its way. Count Dooku leaves because he sees that the Jedi's not the way. And then Order 66 happens because they allowed Palpatine to rise to power in the Senate. Anakin, the chosen one, right in the palm of their hands, leaves. The Jedi of the prequel trilogy are a disaster, to say the least. But at one point, they were the keepers of the peace. At one point, they were the Jedi Order that we believe them to be, and that is the High Republic. That is what we see in the novels. But from the novels, which end about 250 years ago, to now, a lot happens. To the Phantom Menace, a lot happens. It's possible that these Jedi could survive the events with this Sith in the forest. Maybe even the Sith lives, and they just keep it a secret. And they just keep it a secret. And the only person who would have to do that would be Yoda. The only single person that would have to do it, keep it a secret that long, would be Yoda. Leslin said that the Acolyte is the story of what went wrong. Exactly. That's what they're talking about here. What went wrong with the Jedi Order? How did the Jedi Order allow Palpatine to rise to power, allow the Chosen One to fall out of their fingertips? How did that happen? The Acolyte is going to establish how that happened. This Acolyte is going around killing Jedi. Killing Jedi. There's a Sith Lord on the loose with a red lightsaber, and the Jedi don't know how to deal with this. It's going to be fascinating. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. Honey Badger in the house. What's up, Honey Badger? How we doing? Happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day. All right, let me get back to these chats. Caleb says, some people are saying that Amanda Steinberg is probably playing twins One light side and one dark. A dyad. Maybe the dark side one is a Sith apprentice? Ooh, so that would bring the twins story back into play. I hope it's not a dyad, because the dyad's supposed to be an extremely rare thing. But I do like the idea of her playing twins. That would make sense for the poster. Let's go take a look at the poster again. I don't know. Do you guys think this is her playing twins, or do you think it's just a dark side and a light side? Huh, that's actually pretty interesting. So Mandela Steinberg's character twins here. A light side and a dark side one? Because that would be a massive twist. A massive twist. But wouldn't, like, when Master Indara is fighting her in the cantina, wouldn't she recognize her then? If her twin looked exactly the same as her? Maybe? I do like the theory, though. That'd be a wild twist. But actually, that doesn't really make sense because Master Soul says that he trained her and now she's lost her way and I gotta go deal with it myself. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Anthony says, Mike, I'm wondering if the witchcraft is being practiced by the Coven literally is tipping the scales of the light and dark. And extended universe sex exist like this? Oh, do extended universe sects, there's a T in there, exist like this? I don't think so. I don't think that the witches would be able to tip the scales from light to dark. That would just make them way too powerful. Way too powerful. May's wearing a mask in the cantina? Not the entire time. No. And even with the mask on, I think she would have recognized her. Yeah. Tony, what's up? How we doing? How we doing? 5 says, Anakin's fate was to fall to the dark side in the middle of it all. But the Jedi misunderstood the prophecy. No. Not really. The prophecy of the Chosen One is something created by the Jedi to give them hope that there's a Chosen One on the way. So that's a little bit different. They had Anakin in the palm of their hands, the most powerful Jedi in history, in the palm of their hands, and they let him slip away because they were arrogant and stupid. Yeah. Ace Pilot says, bro, I just drank 5 cups of blue milk. That's awesome. I got like 1 sip left, and I just don't want to drink it for some reason. I guess I'll do it now. Yeah, it's bomb. Crazed Dominican, what's up, Crazed Dominican, says, it definitely was what she and the cast said, but yes, we should wait and see. What was what she said and the cast said? I don't know what you're talking about. I do hope for more of a Sith cult uprising vibe. Me too. I want to see a lot of Sith. Not like 10 or more. I mean like 3. By a lot, I mean 3. Yeah. I really want to see some Old Republic Easter eggs. Me too. We haven't gone to the Old Republic yet, and obviously it exists in Legends so far. We're going to the Dawn of the Jedi. That's James Mangold's movie. We're going to be going to the Dawn of the Jedi at some point and then going to the Old Republic. So I'd love to get some teases at that in this show. That'd be awesome. Yeah. The Jedi are corrupt, so no, it wouldn't be that bad, Mike. Exactly. It wouldn't be the end of the world if these Jedi who just saw the Sith just kept it a secret instead, and it would start the corruption in the Jedi at an early, like 100 years before the Phantom Menace. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. The Sith need to stay hidden. But it's more establishing that the Jedi are corrupt and stupid. That's kind of what I'm saying. Ian says, Yoda, Yaddle, Oppo, Plo Koon, and Uriel Poof are still alive at this time. Is Yaddle that old? I thought Yaddle was like way younger than Yoda, but maybe I'm wrong. Darth Revan says, why would Yoda do that? And if he did, then why wouldn't he come clean in the prequels when the Sith reveal themselves? Yoda is a very mysterious guy, okay? He's a very weird, strange dude. I just watched The Phantom Menace yesterday, if I haven't mentioned that 1,000 times today. I just watched The Phantom Menace yesterday, and Yoda at the end of it is pissed. pissed. He does not want Obi-Wan to train Anakin. But it was the last wishes of Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan literally says, I will do it against the orders of the council if I have to. But he is not happy about it at all. He's like, no, 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 no. Do not train this boy. Now, obviously, Yoda sees the fear in him, but it's the chosen one right in front of their eyes, and he doesn't even want to train him. Yoda's a mysterious dude. In the High Republic novels, he disappears for like years on end. He is strange, to say the least. I don't trust him, honestly. Like Yoda, I don't trust him. He's too green, small, weird looking. Don't trust him, man. Don't trust him one bit. The way he talks backwards, what's up with that? What's up with that? I don't like it. I don't like it. You know what Yoda makes me always think?
I got a bad feeling about this.
That's what I think when I think of Yoda. That's what I think. I think he's keeping secrets. I think he's keeping secrets from the Jedi Order. And I think there's Sith that have been around for years since the Acolyte. Yeah. Sifo Dyas also had a vision that the Jedi would fall. That is true. And they wouldn't listen to him. Sifo Dyas came to the Jedi Council and said, I had a vision that the Jedi Order was going to fall and this massive army was needed to be made. And that's why he goes to Kamino and gets the clone army made. They didn't even listen to that. They didn't even listen to that. The guy saw the future, saw this massive war, saw the Sith coming, and they were like, nah, we're good. What? Nah. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. 5 says, there's a new series in development featuring Rex and how he reunites with Wolf, and about Anakin, the father. Dark side, light side does not exist. Anakin is in the middle of it. What? Where are you seeing this? Where are you getting this information? Where are you seeing that at? Is there some news about something that I missed? Guys, if there's anything new coming out, from like any new announcements, let me know. Let me know. Long have I awaited. Yeah, I don't see anything new yet. I don't see anything new. Do you think we might see Yoda as a Padawan? No. Yoda's still a master at this point. By the time of the Acolyte, he's still a master. Yeah. Yeah. Anthony says, Mike, I can't rationalize the Jedi on 2 major occasions covering up the Nameless and the Return of the Sith. No way. Especially since George Lucas and Filoni haven't been consulted. Well, Filoni has. Filoni is the guy now. He's the CCO. Everything runs through him. Everything. Absolutely everything. And he realizes that he knows that the Jedi are corrupt. He knows one of his favorite characters, Filoni, that is Qui-Gon Jinn. And he knows that the Duel of the Fates is because if Qui-Gon dies, Anakin's a goner. Anakin turns to the dark side because the Jedi are so corrupt. Qui-Gon was the only lifeline left of the Jedi Order, and he dies. That's how bad the Jedi are. So honestly, Anthony, I think what you're talking about, and I have not read that yet about the Nameless, but you're saying that the Jedi covered up the Nameless. That might just be them, might just be the prelude to them covering up the Sith. The Jedi Order is deteriorating at this point. Yeah. What do I think the next project will be after the Acolyte? Well, we know it's going to be Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew comes out in, they're saying, in December-ish area. So that's when that comes up. Jay. Yeah. Honey Badger, what's up? Super excited for the Acolyte. Me too. Me too. Jonathan Evans says, I think it would be fine. I'd be fine with that if after all the Jedi find out that the Sith came back, Plagueis or Tenebrous pulled up and killed them all to keep the secret. That would be kind of cool. I mean, if all the Jedi die in that forest, I'll be okay with that, I think. But if they keep it a secret too, it would make more sense to how the Republic falls and the Jedi are a disaster. By the way, is May a Sith or is she more like Ventress? Well, from what I gather, May is more like Ventress right now. She might be like an apprentice to a Sith, but we don't really know. All we know is that she's killing Jedi. Why she's doing it, I have no idea. Like, there's so much mystery behind this show, and that's what kind of intrigues me the most. Yeah. Ian says, I feel like something happened to the light side twin, and that is why May is killing Jedi. Ooh, maybe, actually. That's kind of interesting. That's interesting. What's up, Tony? Appreciate you being here. Oh, damn it. Just go down to the bottom. No. Where was I? What the hell? Oh, here we go. Honey Badger says, would that be the first light side, dark side twin relationship in Star Wars? I'm not super knowledgeable on Legends and stuff. Yeah, no, there's Legends stuff like that where there's a dark side twin and then a light side twin. It's actually a very similar thing. They're actually not twins, but there's a very similar arc in a Old Republic cinematic where there's a younger daughter and an older, or siblings, younger and older. The Jedi take the younger, and then they fight eventually because the Sith didn't take the older. Yeah. Yeah. It's Star Wars. I can see a twist coming any second. Exactly. There's a lot of twists coming in this Acolyte show. That's for sure. That is definitely for sure. Neon Victor, what's up, says, I really enjoyed Tales of the Empire, and I'm hoping for a Tales of the Sith next, focusing on Palpatine and Darth Plagueis. Well, if Plagueis is established in the Acolyte, then I could see a Tales of the Sith to explain more of his story. Yeah. For sure. Ian says, I always think that Luke is the chosen one. I know Lucas says that it's Anakin, but I feel like Luke fits the character much better. Well, Luke is the child of the chosen one, so in a way, he is the chosen one. And when Obi-Wan fights Darth Maul in the Twin Sun episode of Star Wars Rebels, he asks if the kid is the chosen one, talking about Luke, and he says yes. So I really don't know. It's up for your own sort of interpretation, who you think the chosen one is. I still think it's Anakin. But the fact that it's Anakin's son, Luke Skywalker, kind of gives him the chosen one arc as well because he is related to him. Yeah. Yeah. Do I think Plagueis will be in the show? I hope so. I really, really hope we see either Plagueis or Tenebris. If we don't, I think a lot of fans will be extremely upset, and it will not go over well. But if we do, it might be amazing. E4 says, Yaddle is 300, right? Is she 300 in the prequels? Maybe. Maybe. 5 says, Anakin was the balance of the Force. Like the Jedi were trying to overpower the dark side. If Palpatine was killed, there would be too much. Yes. And no. Anakin was, well, it's kind of how you look at it, because you have the Mortis arc in the Clone Wars, where Anakin's sort of real prophecy was to go be the father and be the balance between the light and the dark. But he was a light side for 22 years of his life, and he was dark side for 22 years of his life. That's balance. But he's supposed to keep the balance between both sides, not be on one side or the other, which he is for 22 years of both. Yeah. Neon Victor says, seeing Darth Plagueis in the Acolyte series would be pretty cool. Oh, it would be amazing. Yaddle was 477 years old at the time of the Phantom Menace. Okay, so she could still be around in this, for sure. Jedi Knight Revan. Revan, did you change your name? Revan says, hashtag make Revan canon. I want a Revan holocron in Acolyte. That would be wild. If we got a holocron, that would be insane. That'd be pretty wild. Oh, if you guys are not in the Discord, there's a free Discord in the description below if you're not in that. And if you want to become a member, it's only 99 cents at the lowest level. You get the cool badges next to your name. You get instant access to giveaways at the end of every month. And you get some other cool perks as well. So think about becoming a member. And of course, super chats are available as well. Hate to say that, but it's something I got to do. I will do impressions for super chats, as I've said before. Yeah. Yeah. I was saluting at the end of the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch end was so good. Yeah. Yaddle was a Jedi Knight in the High Republic. Oh, really? Interesting. Brandon Altman says Yoda has a family that we don't know about. If they were Dark Force users and maybe he left them? What? That sounds a little crazy. He has a full-on family that we didn't know about? That sounds a little too crazy for me. Honey Badger says Obi-Wan also deserves some hate for not listening to Dooku. That's true. I mean, Dooku literally straight up said to Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones, there's a Sith Lord who is leading the Senate. Obviously referring to Palpatine. And Obi-Wan was like, what? No, they would never do that. No, that's impossible. Yeah, you're 100% right. Ian says, they were very mistrustful of Sifo-Dyas' vision and the warning of his master. Yeah, but that's because the Jedi at the time were just stupid. They were stupid and they were dumb and they were dumb and they were stupid. Yeah. Hopefully we get a new animated show, but I guess Ahsoka Season 2? Well, Ahsoka Season 2 won't come out till at least next year. But another animated show would be pretty awesome. I'd be down. For an Asajj Ventress show or a Clone Rebellion show or maybe something else, I'd be down. When is the new game coming out? Oh, Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws drops on August 30th? Or maybe 31st? At the end of August, I know that for a fact. Yeah. Ian says, do you like it when you like it when characters die, LOL? No, I don't. Okay, maybe I do. If they have a good death, I like a good death. A good death scene, sign me up. It makes for good story. KOTOR 2 remake is being made. I think it's just a KOTOR remake. But no news about it. Yeah, there's no news about it as of recently. I think it still is in the works, but we'll have to wait and see. We do get Andor Season 2 next year. Yeah, that's hopefully going to start out the year next year. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. What secrets are they hiding? Well, the secrets that the Jedi would be hiding is that they saw a Sith Lord at some point over the last 1,000 years. Yeah. Christoph, what's up? Says, hey, have you enjoyed your May 4th? It's been a crazy May 4th, I must say. Woke up right in the middle of the night to watch Tales of the Empire. Did a literally 25-minute breakdown. Give me a 1 into the chat if you've seen that breakdown. Huge shout out to you guys for going to watch that. I appreciate it quite a bit. It took me forever. No, not forever. 5 ever. It took me so long to make that breakdown. It was insane. But I appreciate all of you that watched it. And then I went to sleep. And I woke up to do this live stream. So it's been quite the day. And I'm going to end the day off with watching some Star Wars. You know, I don't know what I'm going to watch yet. But I want to watch something really good. So maybe like Revenge of the Sith or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, my May the 4th has been pretty awesome so far. How have you guys been celebrating your May the 4th? Have you guys been watching Star Wars all day, or what's the deal? What have we been doing? What have we been doing? Huh? How have we been celebrating? Ian says, Jason and Jaina Solo were legends when Jason goes dark. Yes. Actually, yeah, that's true. They're siblings that one went dark and one stayed light. That's true. Yeah, I mean, we've seen siblings go light and dark a lot, actually, now that I think about it. Watching your stream, that's something, Star Wars. I'll give you that. Thanks, Dinosaur. I appreciate that. Yeah. Darth Revan says, so we have Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan. Interesting. Darth Revan says, I wonder how much they're going to reinforce the Old Republic. I don't expect them to, but surely they would at least allude to it. Maybe in some sort of like settings, like old ruins of a certain Old Republic place or something like that. I don't see them like directly referencing, oh, this is from the Old Republic. Like, I don't see them saying that. But I do expect an Old Republic tease here or there in this 3rd season, for sure. I mean, in the 3rd season, in the Acolyte season. I'm still on the Bad Batch. I'm still just in that zone of the Bad Batch still. It's kind of just stuck in my brain after the 11, 12 weeks that we covered the Bad Batch. Honey Badger says, I definitely didn't know that, but now I'm hoping that whoever's theory that it was is correct, that it would be interesting to see in L.A.? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dinosaur says, I have a feeling that at least one or two more people will die in the Acolyte. Yeah, I think so too. We see Jedi dying in the freaking trailer. Yeah. Anthony says, except, Mike, the Acolyte was penned in 2020 when Filoni had no say in making the series. That's true. However, Filoni has had his hands on different series before he got the role of CCO. He had his hands on Andor. He had his hands on, not Kenobi. Well, he's had his hands on almost every Star Wars project except for Kenobi for the most part, as far as I know. Even before he got the CCO title, to say the least. So I think he probably did have a big impact. Not like he didn't direct any of the episodes, he didn't write any of the episodes, but as far as maybe not allowing them to do crazy stuff that makes no sense, I think he was on board with this Acolyte show. Yeah. I hope it does happen because I love the Plagueis book. I hope they just make the Plagueis book canon. They leave him a mon and they just make it canon. That'd be awesome. Apparently Filoni was on the set for Rogue One. Yeah, he was on the set for Rogue One. I think he might have been on the set for all the sequel movies too, but again, that was years and years ago. He didn't have much say in those projects. I'm talking about more recent stuff. I just want to see a young Palpatine show. Oh, sign me up for that. A young Palpatine show would be absolutely incredible. Getting to see him and Plagueis and all that and how he rises to power to become even a senator on Naboo, that'd be awesome. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that one. Keep scrolling to the bottom, damn it. Christoph says, I have locked myself out of the Discord because I can't remember my PIN for the two-factor auth. Oh my God. Oh, you locked yourself out because you can't remember the PIN. That's so funny. We'll figure it out. I loved the rumors about Keanu Reeves making the cameo as Darth Revan. Yeah, I love that rumor too. That was about probably last summer that rumor was going around, that Keanu Reeves would be in the Acolyte. I really hope it's true. Imagine a Darth Revan holocron or something like that where we get to see Keanu Reeves. Whew, that'd be wild. That would be wild. Five says, my friend, I watch Star Wars Theory, a guy who knows Star Wars, and he told me in his video that Anakin was in the middle of all of it. Okay. What is your prediction for the guy under the mask in the trailer? Honestly, I don't have one. I don't know who it could be because well, I wouldn't say it can't be, but it's very unlikely that it is Plagueis or Tenebris. And it doesn't really look like the May character either. So I think it's probably going to be a brand new character, brand new masked character. And I'm hoping it'll be a good one at that. Yeah. A good one. Fearless says, I watched Tales of the Empire today, a couple of Kenobi episodes, and now I'm watching your stream. That's awesome. Jay says, I watched Revenge of the Sith and read all kinds of Star Wars comics all day. That's awesome. Neon Victor says, I already watched Tales of the Empire, watched the breakdown videos. Nice. MC What's Up says, hi, Mike. Sorry I didn't make the watch party yesterday because I was in bed. Good idea. Sleep is important. That's awesome. Fearless says, oh, I appreciate that, Fearless. I appreciate it. I finished all the trilogies, Solo and Rogue One movies. You watched all 11 Star Wars movies today? Is that even mathematically possible? Did you start yesterday? What is going on there? What is going on there? Tiffany says, watch The Phantom Menace at 10 p.m., so it wasn't over until 12:30. Jesus. So brought in May the 4th, finishing the movie with a drink in my hand, watching Tales of the Empire right before hopping on here. That's awesome, Tiffany. That is pretty awesome. What did you think of Tales of the Empire, by the way? Nick says, did you think that Jason Syndulla will have a major role in the upcoming projects? Yes, I do. I just bit my tongue. No!
I got a bad feeling about this.
That sucks. Do I think Jason Syndulla will play a big role? Yes, I do. I think they set him up to be a pretty big role in the Ahsoka show, with possibly leading to Ahsoka training him or Ezra Bridger. Ezra training his former master's son. That would be pretty poetic. I do think Jason Syndulla will play a pretty big role in the upcoming Heir to the Empire trilogy. Yeah. Yeah. Who would you cast to play Dathan, a young Palpatine? Oh, wait. Oh, they could cast the guy who they cast to play Dathan, a young Palpatine, to play a young Palpatine. That would be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. Would you guys want a young Palpatine show after The Acolyte? Let's say The Acolyte takes us to like 50 years, 40 years before The Phantom Menace. That would be the perfect time to kind of give us a young Palpatine show. Would you guys want that? Give me a 1 into the chat if you say yes, give me young Palpatine show after The Acolyte. Or give me 2 if you're like, nah. What do we think? I better see a shit ton of 1s in the chat. That would be so hype. Question, Mike. Could the witch coven of the Acolyte be, in fact, a canonical version of the believers of the EU, which were a secret Sith cult? Maybe. Again, they did say that they were taking a lot from Legends. They did say that. Maybe. It's interesting. I can't wait for this show because there's so many questions. I want answers. And I want them now. Yeah. Yes, young Palpatine would be amazing and fresh to see, to get Plagueis finally. I know. To get to see Plagueis would be awesome. Just bought the first Darth Vader comic because the comic store near me had a free comics day for May the 4th. That's awesome. Yeah. First Vader comic, you might get hooked. You might lose a lot of money. Yes, my dreams would come true if there was a Palpatine show. That'd be awesome. I've had enough of Palpatine, LOL. Actually, you're probably not the only one who thinks that. Palpatine is in a lot. And after he somehow returns in the sequel trilogy, a lot of people are kind of done with his character. Tiffany says, I agree with you about what you said with Tales of the Empire. I was more excited to see Barriss, but ended up loving Morgan's episodes more. Still enjoyed Barriss, but I wanted to see more. I agree. I loved Morgan Elsbeth's story way more in that Tales season, but it was good. The mother is giving off some dark side vibes. Yeah, she is. Honey Badger says, it would be cool as hell to do and see like an Andor type style. I haven't seen it. Oh, you're talking about Andor type style with like Palpatine show? That would be pretty cool. Young Palps would be a lot different than old Palps. Yeah, he would. Well, you get to see him training with Plagueis, and then you probably get to see him rise to power as a senator on Naboo. You get to see like the Trade Federation side of it and all that stuff. Maybe actually get to see him go get Maul and start to train him too. That would be awesome. Yeah. If you watch Mortis more closely, then you will understand he also fulfilled his destiny in Revenge of the Sith. I mean, his destiny was to go to Tantus and keep balance between the light and the dark. Him killing all the Jedi, it brought balance, but it's not what they intended on doing. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing old Palps, but young Palps will be interesting. There you go. All right, let's talk some Star Wars. Not that we haven't been for the last hour and 45 minutes, but let's talk just Star Wars in general. Enough about the Acolyte. I mean, we can talk Acolyte still if you guys want, but enough about the Acolyte, enough about Tales of the Jedi, or Tales of the Empire. Let's talk Star Wars for Star Wars Day. Let's start with favorite Star Wars movie. What is your favorite Star Wars movie? Throw it in the chat. We're going to take the top 3 that I see, and we're going to put them in a poll to sort of say what is the best Star Wars movie, or at least what's our favorite Star Wars movie. For me, it's Revenge of the Sith. And honestly, respectfully, it's not that close. I got Revenge of the Sith at the top, and yes, I love almost all Star Wars movies, or I do love all Star Wars movies to a certain level. Revenge of the Sith is the best, in my personal opinion. But tell me in the chat, what do we think? What do we think? Brandon says, oh wait, hang on. The Trade Federation is apparently in the Acolyte. Really? That's got to be pretty cool. Would you like a young Palpatine show? Yes. Jacob says, I'd honestly be more interested in the Senate side of his story, as odd as it sounds. It's getting into the role of Chancellor while being also a Sith. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That's why I'm saying the combination of that, Senate-wise and Sith-wise, will be a cool combination. Brandon says, would be interesting to see Palpatine make his own lightsaber. Would Hu Yang have helped him? I seriously doubt it. Hu Yang was definitely not there to help him craft his lightsaber. But it would be cool to see him craft it, for sure. Tiffany says, actually, he probably would have stolen it off a Jedi, right? And bled the Kyber crystal. Tiffany says, and yes, Jason Syndulla will have a major role in the future projects because he had a big point of they made a big point of him being Force sensitive. If I'm not mistaken, at the end of Rebels, they made it seem like he wasn't. I don't know if they made it seem like he wasn't at the end of Rebels, but they definitely made it a big point in Ahsoka to establish that he was Force sensitive, for sure. All right, let's see what your favorite Star Wars movies are. We got Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, Episode 3, Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, Solo, nice. Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, 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 Empire Strikes Back. Okay. So I see a bunch of Empire Strikes Backs. Revenge of the Sith is an astounding first place. And I see a few Return of the Jedis too. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull this up with 4 options. The 4 options are going to be Revenge of the Sith, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. And then the 4th option is going to be Other. So if you think Rogue One, Solo, any other movie, A New Hope, The Force Awakens, whatever it may be, put it in there. Okay? So what is your favorite Star Wars movie? Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, or Other. Where are we at? Let's see where this poll ends up. Honestly, top 3 for me would be Revenge of the Sith, Empire, and then probably Rogue One, I think. I mean, Return of the Jedi is a close 4th, I'd say. Phantom Menace is underrated. After watching it yesterday, it's pretty underrated. I like A New Hope, obviously. I'm a big Attack of the Clones fan. I think people shit on that movie way too much for all the lovey-dovey stuff between Anakin and Padme, but it's good. Even The Force Awakens gets a lot of shit for as good as a movie it is. Yeah. All right, now let's switch gears over to shows. What is your favorite Star Wars TV show? Now, actually, we'll split this up. We'll go live action first. What is your favorite live action Star Wars TV show? Not animated. So we'll start with live action first. So for live action, you got Mando, you got Ahsoka, you got Kenobi, you got Andor, and Book of Boba Fett. I think those are the only 5, right? Mando, Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Andor. Yeah, I think those are the best. Those are the top 5, or the only 5, I should say. Best Star Wars show. What do we think? Adrian, what's up? Says can't wait. Otherwise, can't wait. Otherwise, it's great that we will be able to see Vanestra Rowe and her lightsaber, and maybe some other characters from the High Republic books in live action. I do hope we get to see some other characters from the High Republic books, because Vanestra is obviously in the trailer, but getting to see others will be cool as well. Yeah. All right, let's see it. Mando. Nice. My top 3 Star Wars movies are Return of the Jedi, number 1, then Rogue One, then Solo. Interesting. Anthony says, my favorite has to be the first one, A New Hope, because without it, we wouldn't have anything that comes after. Hence why BBY is the starting point of the entire saga. Well, yeah, obviously A New Hope is the start, and without it, you don't have anything else, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best movie, so to speak, you know? By the way, 59% of you say Revenge of the Sith on this poll so far. But we'll leave it up there for a while. Okay. The romantic dialogue in Attack of the Clones is just awful. I disagree. I put my foot down. I disagree. I like Attack of the Clones. I like the dialogue there. I said it. I said it. I Hate Sand is just the greatest writing of all time. Now, some of it's corny, some of it's weird, but that's Star Wars. That's what the dialogue always is in Star Wars. Yeah. Okay, back to these shows. We got Mando, we got Mando, we got Mando, we got Mando, we got Mando. No, kidding. We got Andor, we got Andor, we got Andor, we got Andor. Oh my God, we got some Andor hype in the chat right now. Andor, Mando, Ahsoka, finally, some Ahsoka love. God damn. I hope that this series, this Acolyte series, will have more series, and we can see Darth Plagueis in live action. Heck yeah. Yeah, so it's already going to be confirmed for a second season. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. But yeah. Ahsoka, nice. Andor, Mando, Kenobi, number 1, nice. Then Ahsoka, then Andor, Mando. Revenge of the Sith is always my answer. Sorry for making my phone pause. Oh, what? Okay. Whoa, that's hard for me to choose between Mando and Ahsoka, LOL. It's tough. It's Mando because hashtag Din is that guy and will always be that guy. This is the way. Nice. Live action equals Mando without question. It gave us the Mandoverse, great new characters, and of course, return of Luke Skywalker. True. The Mandalorian's in its own league. The Mandalorian kind of has a unfair advantage. It's got 3 seasons to every other show on this list only having 1. So I would honestly say as a series as a whole, The Mandalorian wins because it has 3 seasons. However, single season live action shows, Ahsoka. Hands down. Hands are down. It's Ahsoka. But Mando season 2 is close behind. Then it gets interesting. You could say Mando season 1. You could say you could say the Book of Boba Fett because of the Mando episodes in there. Luke training Grogu, Cad Bane in live action, the N1 Starfighter stuff. It gets interesting after that top 2. But Ahsoka's just so good. If Ahsoka stays at that rate for season 2, then it might beat Mando. It might. It just might. Yeah. I disagree too. I love the romance. Exactly. Attack of the Clones is good. Okay? Gets too much hate. Andor, Ahsoka, Mando. Ian says, I have to go. It's midnight over here in the UK. Oh, damn, Ian. Go to bed. And hope you had a good Star Wars day, Ian. I appreciate you stopping by. Brandon says, Mando launched Star Wars excitement and fueled all other Star Wars shows to be kicked off. Yes and no. Obviously, the Clone Wars came before that, and so did Star Wars Rebels. But I do understand what you're saying. Live action shows on Disney Plus. I get you. And yes, you're absolutely right. The Mandalorian was that. It was the kickoff point, and it established that they can make good live action Star Wars shows, which is awesome. Yeah. Dinosaur says, "Bro, it's 3:58 for me here, Pacific time. That's crazy. Think about that. It's 4 in the afternoon for you, and it's midnight for Ian over there. That's what's awesome about this channel. It's like we have people all around the world coming here to just talk about Star Wars. Like, how cool is that? How much cooler does it get than this? I don't know. Sometimes it just hits me like this is the coolest thing ever, and I don't understand why you guys are here listening to me. But regardless, I have fun. Mando season 1 is goated. True, just because it started all this thing. Has the rating for the Acolyte been confirmed yet? It would be awesome if it was TVMA. It might be, because there's some dark stuff going on in there. Jedi being murdered, all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be TVMA, but it'll be definitely not for children's eyes, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. It's 4 p.m. over here in California. Guys, we should have done, what was crazy is I went to California a few months ago, and we were only at like 10K subscribers. At some point, we got to do a meetup. As soon as we get a lot of subscribers, maybe at a Comic-Con or something like that, we got to do something fun. Yeah. It's 1 a.m. here in Germany. Fearless, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. Dinosaur says, love it so much that we can just talk for hours with people for a lover? What? You lost me at the end of that there. It's almost 7 p.m. here in Ohio. Yeah, it's just hit 7 p.m. here too. Also watching The Phantom Menace now. I loved it even more, and I just watched it last night. Yeah, The Phantom Menace is underrated. Honestly, I don't get why Jar Jar gets so much shit, because he makes that movie. He literally makes that movie, 100%. Mike, where are you from? I'm in the Massachusetts on the West Coast. I mean, the West Coast, the East Coast. I don't know where I am. I'm a teleporting man. I'm on the East Coast. Yeah. Yeah. We should make a Mando. Wait, we should all be Mandos and make a people who love Star Wars signet. That would be pretty cool. That would be wild. Yes, meetup. We'll have to plan something out like that once we get big enough to do something. What I want to do is, by the time the Mandalorian movie comes out, if I've said this before on live stream, but what I want to do is, by the time the Mandalorian movie comes out, which is May 22nd, 2026, is I want to have enough of you guys come to a theater so that I can buy the entire theater out and we can watch it together. There's nothing worse than having a theater where there's people in the theater who don't care about Star Wars and they're talking through the movie, or their babies are crying, or whatever it may be that's ruining the movie. Imagine if it was all of us, just a packed theater of all of us getting hyped for Star Wars. Now that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But that's not for another 2 years, so hopefully we're big enough to do that at that time. We'll have to have a lot of you ready to come. How many people can you even fit in a movie theater anyway? A lot, I think. A lot, I would have to guess. Tiffany says, I love Jar Jar, and everyone was laughing in my theater. I know, he's the best part. I was dying laughing every time he did something. He's the best. He's the best. Yeah. What does that say, Cole? I don't think it was unfortunate censorship. I think it was, oh, crap. Start pulling crap? I don't get that. I don't get what you're trying to say there. That would be great. It would be great. It would be great. Hot take. Mike hates babies? What? Oh, because I just said that they cry during movies? No. Mike hates babies. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, that's so funny. That's awesome. That is hilarious. That is, Jesus Christ.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, you guys. Oh, wait. Oh, I almost completely forgot. We do have a new member. They just joined before the stream started. Hang on. We do have a new member. Fun Time just joined. Wait, what? Hang on. What the heck? Fun Time just joined at the level of Padawan. Fun Time. Welcome to the people who love Star Wars. We couldn't go a Star Wars Day, May the 4th Day stream without that song playing. I mean, come on. None of you guys wanted to join as members, but Funtime did. So thank you, Funtime. I appreciate that. If you're watching the stream on the playback, I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Okay, let's go. Let's move on to animated shows before we get completely off the rails here. Let's go to animated shows. Okay, so what is your favorite animated show? For that, you have Resistance, which I know you're all going to vote for. Resistance, you have, we're going to throw in the Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Jedi in there too. Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rebels. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. So is it 6? Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch are the big 3. Then you have Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, and Resistance. You got 6 animated shows. Which is your favorite? If you're sitting at home on Star Wars Day and you're like, which animated show should I watch? What are you going to? What is the go-to? Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Young Jedi Adventures? For real? I don't believe you, Nick. I don't believe you. The Bad Batch, my top 3 are Tales of the Empire, then the Clone Wars, then Rebels. Tales of the Empire is your number 1 Jedi Knight Revan? That's crazy. Clone Wars made my childhood. That's valid. Tales of the Empire, pretty good. Oh man, they're all so good. Got a point there. The Bad Batch is pretty good. Star Wars Rebels. Finally. Starchip66 says Star Wars Rebels, The Bad Batch, then The Last Jedi. Then Tales of the Jedi. Nice. The Clone Wars, but I truly love them all. The Bad Batch made my childhood. Nice. Okay. I want to show you guys this. I put this same question up in the community tab on the channel, and the answer was actually astounding, to me at least. This was the answer to that question. I did not expect this at all, actually. I said, which animated show is the best? And I only put up the top 3. Clone Wars, Rebels, and The Bad Batch. Wait till you see this. With over 11,000 votes. Over 11,000 votes. The Clone Wars is at 86%. Followed by The Bad Batch at 9%. And Rebels at 6%. This is insanity. I did not expect it to be this drastic of a gap like this. This is absolutely bonkers. I did not expect this in the slightest. But after 11,000 votes, the Clone Wars has a massive lead by over 70%. The math ain't mathing. No, it is not. But still, regardless, that is wild. Almost 90% of people like the Clone Wars the best out of all the animated shows. Now, what makes sense with this list is obviously the Clone Wars has 7 seasons. The Bad Batch is less than half of that with 3, and Rebels is just over half of that with 4. So it's not even close to the same amount of content. So the Clone Wars sort of wins in the content race. But honestly, I think Rebels is better than Clone Wars. I think Bad Batch, certain parts of it, like Season 3 is better than a lot of seasons of the Clone Wars. I wouldn't put Bad Batch higher than the Clone Wars, but I put Rebels higher than the Clone Wars. I don't know. Rebels is overrated? What?
Incorrect.
Freak Zeke in the house. What's up, Freak Zeke? Rebels is definitely, even if it, if Rebels is a lot of things, overrated is not one of them. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, where was I? Oh, let's see where we got. I got by far Tales of the Jedi. Wow, by far Tales of the Jedi. The Bad Batch is number 1, then Rebels, then Clone Wars. Bad Batch, nice. Rebels followed closely by Clone Wars. Interesting. Ewok Adventure started it for me, though. That's awesome. Animated favorites: The Bad Batch, Clone Wars, Visions, Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Young Jedi Adventure, and Rebels. So all of them? Or is that just your list in order? Interesting. Clone Wars is probably top, but it also has 7 seasons, and it's over 100 episodes. That's true. It's the content numbers that are just too high up. Zeb has to be my favorite character from Rebels. Was stoked to see him in live action. He was very cool to see in live action in the in Mando Season 3. It would have been cool to see him in Ahsoka. I think we will see him in Ahsoka Season 2. He will definitely join the fight at some point in this Mandoverse with our other heroes. But yeah, Rebels definitely better than Clone Wars. I'm not saying like Clone Wars is bad or Rebels is like the greatest thing on the planet. I'm just saying personally I like Rebels better. Yeah. Master Beckham says, girlfriend going to watch Revenge of the Sith for the first time? I think I'll have her watch Order 66 from the Clone Wars and Kenobi as well. That's an idea. Yeah, you gotta get that reaction of Order 66 for the first time and Anakin's fall for the first time. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Which Star Wars show has the best finale? That's a great question. Let's ask the chat. Which Star Wars show has the best finale? Freak Seek says it's actually the Fifth Strikes Back for me. Oh, Revenge of the Fifth. I'm pretty sure it's Revenge of the Fifth. But yeah, you're over there in the UK, aren't you? The Bad Batch for sure. 3 for sure. No, which had the best finale? Which show had the best finale? Is it Clone Wars Season 7 finale, Bad Batch Season 3 finale, or Rebels Season 4 finale? Actually, and live action ones too. Ahsoka finale, Mando finale, Kenobi finale. Oh, Kenobi finale might be the top. Kenobi as a whole is not the best show, I must say. But the finale is so good. If you take the Clone Wars final 4 episodes, because it's a 4-parter episode, then I'd take that. But I think it's got to be either... Oh, this is tough, actually. I don't know. This is really tough. Mando Season 2 finale. That is... Yeah, that's pretty good. Bad Batch finale. Bad Batch finale is good, too. Kenobi finale was great. By far, Clone Wars Season 7. But it's not by far because it's a 4-parter. I'm just talking about the last one. And the last one is good, but if you take all 4 parts, then yeah, I'd say Clone Wars Season 7. Rebel Season 4. Rebel Season 4 finale is spectacular, too. Bad Batch finale was shitty? What? I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. The Bad Batch finale was Chef's Kiss. I agree with that. Nothing beats the Kenobi Vader fight. It is a great fight, and nothing really beats the scene where Anakin says, or where Vader says Anakin's gone. That emotional scene, and when Obi-Wan says, "I'm sorry, Anakin, for all of it." Like that's every time. Guess yeah, every time. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end this poll. Revenge of the Sith is in the lead still. Revenge of the Sith with 53% of you guys. Then you got 18% with Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back is actually in third with 15%, and then 12% said other. That's pretty crazy. All right. I think we can get on out of here. We've been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes, which is absolutely wild. An insanely cool Acolyte trailer. Should we watch it before we get on out of here? Watch it back one more time? Should we watch it all the way through? Tell me in the chat if we should. This was an amazing Star Wars day. 2 live streams today, a breakdown video today. If you haven't watched that breakdown video, go check it out. I appreciate all of you. This is absolutely amazing. I could literally not think of a better way to be celebrating my May the 4th than with you guys. Losing my voice. But regardless, it's awesome that this community has grown so large over the last couple months here. Still blows my mind, but I appreciate all of you guys more than you will ever know. One more time. Do it again. Okay, all right, let's watch it one more time. We'll watch it one more time, and then we'll get on out of here. Did you see the interview with Ewan where he said that the blue and red light flashing wasn't on purpose? Yes, I did see that, actually. I kind of wish it was on purpose, though. But regardless. All right, let's watch this trailer. Whoa, that was loud. Let's watch this trailer one more time.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
Murder.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. But that peace is a lie.
Jedi are being hunted.
She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
I sense this is only a small part of a larger plan. Some sort of shift to tip the scales.
It's time to face the past.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
What are you?
I mean, if you watch that and you can't get hyped up for this show, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's so damn good. Honestly, it's one of two things. Either whoever's in charge of making trailers at Lucasfilm is just so good at their job, or Star Wars content lately has just been so good. Think about it. The Ahsoka trailer last year so damn good. And then the Ahsoka show itself was really good. So maybe it's just the content itself being better lately. But then the Bad Batch trailer, amazing. Bad Batch, so damn good. Tales of the Empire trailer drops, one of the greatest trailers ever. Just comes out of nowhere like that. Tales of the Empire, really, really good. The Morgan Elsbeth stuff, peak. Now we have this Acolyte show, which we know nothing about. We don't know a single character. We're learning as we go. Master Soul, Master Indara, May, all these people. We're learning as we go. But that trailer gets me so hyped every time I watch it. It's absolutely insane. I cannot wait for this show. It is such a good time to be a Star Wars fan. If I haven't said it once, I haven't said it 1,000 times. This is amazing. I cannot believe that I get to do this. Just sit here and talk about Star Wars all the time with you guys. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate every last one of you more than you will ever know. And I can't wait to keep on growing. I can't wait till we keep going. 50K was crazy. The 50K stream was awesome. Huge shout out to all of you guys who were there. It was wild. And we're just going to keep on going because Star Wars is not looking back as we got the Acolyte in just under a month now. And then we got Skeleton Crew to the end of the year. We got Star Wars Outlaws in the middle of that. Next year, we got Andor Season 2, Ahsoka Season 2. Then we're coming up on a year of 2 Star Wars movies. 2 Star Wars movies in the same year. We got Star Wars Celebration next year, which is already apparently sold out. Like, it is wild. A wild, wild time to be a Star Wars fan. And I cannot wait to do all of it with you guys as we keep on growing and keep on having so much fun. It's amazing. Tiffany says, so happy to be a part of this amazing channel and celebrate May the 4th with you guys. I appreciate that, Tiffany, and I appreciate you being here. Cole Reader says, I apologize for my atrocious speech to text attempt a few moments ago. I said, holy crap, that would be awesome if you had an in-person event with the community, but my phone did not only mistranslated. Oh, I get you. But it made it a word censored. Crap. Okay. Interesting. It would be very cool, but we don't have, I think, nearly enough people who would want to do it just yet. I think we still got to keep on growing. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Celebrating with you in this community really made a great Star Wars day. Well, if I could have made your Star Wars day any better, I really, 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 really do appreciate that. You guys made my Star Wars day 1,000 times better. May the 4th would have been not nearly as special if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for the stream, if it wasn't for the stream earlier this morning, if it wasn't for all of it. It's absolutely insane. So I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. What are you going to do for the rest of your Star Wars day after the stream? Hopefully watch some Star Wars. I don't know what I'm going to watch yet, but I'm going to go on Disney Plus, find something good, click it on, and watch it. Yeah, I'm excited. So many sabers? Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. No, thank you, Nick. Thank you. Jay says, this is an amazing Star Wars day. Happy May the 4th. Happy May the 4th, Jay. I appreciate that, dinosaur, and I hope that's the truth. I really do. Yeah. Knights of Melvin in the house says, how could you not acknowledge me? Well, did you say anything, Melvin? I didn't see it. What's up, Melvin? How we doing? Melvin, you did not type in the chat yet today. You're lying to me. What's up, Melvin? What's up, Melvin? Going to see The Phantom Menace tomorrow in the theaters. Can't wait. That's awesome, Jacob. That's awesome. Tell me what you think in the Discord about the Phantom Menace teaser at the end. It's pretty awesome. Jay says, you should do a watch party for all 6 or 9 films. Yeah, let me see if I just have a whole 24 hours to stream. Like, what? 9 movies. They're probably all about 2.5 hours, give or take. So you're talking at least 24 hours. At least. And I can't do that. What do you think this is? Melvin says, you know I'm your biggest fan. I appreciate you, Melvin. But I don't know. I think some people in the chat might argue with you on that one. But I appreciate you, Melvin. I do. I really, really do. Melvin, every time I pop into your chat, people just call me a shill. Is it because my name's a guy who loves Star Wars? Like, what's up with that? I mean, it makes sense, but yeah. It makes sense. All right, I do have to get on out of here, though. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Star Wars days. And I can't wait for the rest of them to come. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Watch our video tomorrow, if not Monday, about the end of the Bad Batch and where I think Omega's story is going from there. And then we're going to switch gears here to live action. We're going to be going to the Acolyte and talking about that and doing all this other stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. All the Star Wars movies would take about 18 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. You guys are the absolute best. May the 4th be with you all. Smash a like on this video if you have not yet. Hit that subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a video, and my pretty face will show up in the recommended feed of yours. I hope you guys had a great Star Wars day. If not, you continue to have a great Star Wars day. And may the 4th be with you always. Oh yeah, what a great stream. What a great show. I can't wait for this Acolyte show. Oh my goodness, that trailer got me so insanely hyped. I appreciate all of you guys. Hope you had a great Star Wars day and hope you have continued to have a great Star Wars day. If your day's not over, I guess. Watch out for maybe a video tomorrow, if not by probably Monday, I would guess. Might just have no video come out tomorrow. Maybe do a community post or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I appreciate all of you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your lives, and good night, everybody.